in a town, in a city, wherever you go. So I want you to, have some for you and for us to share something important, some lessons to get some that we are going to be getting from you. So somebody can say something. The first question is, why I want to know why do we understand by begging, the begging situation? How can you explain that? Yeah, Joe.
To beg means that to ask to someone to help you because you are unable, right? Such as like I don't have ability to take this thing to my brother, but I beg you guy help me. That's why you can do it for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's begging.
Yeah, that's begging.
Just compliment. According to me, to begging is like you're asking something can just time and time again, on and on.
Oh,
like you're asking for mercy from someone to help you because you are unable to have something, okay? You don't have anything and you are waiting for someone's help. This is begging.
This is begging.
Yes.
Begging phenomenon when someone still asking the help, trusting the help, instead of to move, instead of working, someone prefer to ask. And I can say this is a difficult work, I can say, because they are not lazy. They move as well. We are working. They are not lazy. It means they get that ease in doing by doing this, being there to the markets, into the I can say the gate of the church, asking all the time. It is a difficult job, I can say. It is they are moving. They are not lazy, and to stay just there, asking help all the time instead of working, I can say that is even the meaning of begging.
Okay. So I really thank you for your explanation. Really, maybe you can have a great meaning of this word begging, because it's a little bit tricky, for people to give the meaning of some word, especially begging, because always or often people sometimes confuse begging and asking.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why we are look up to have some really specific explanation in order to understand what is really the difference between asking and begging. Can you think?
Just to look for the help through title of charity.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, to see that. Okay, thank you. The difference between begging and asking.
Yeah.
Asking to means you need help, but you don't force someone, right? You need help. Maybe you can say, I can ask a pen to Easter. Easter, give me a pen. It means I need your help. If Easter said, please, I can't give you. In this moment, I can try to insist again. But begging, it means you ask by insisting. Say, please give me. If someone refuses, you treat this to follow the man till the man going to give what inside of your heart. But asking, you ask, but you've got some two answers inside of your mind. Maybe he can or she can refuse, or maybe he can give me. But about begging, you put this in your mind a positive answer. He has to give me. If he didn't give me, it means I'm going just to please him to just going to give me. That's what we call begging. Begging, it means you ask by insisting. That's something that you call begging.
Mr. Kasapo, so I don't know, I come to you to see which, about all of people just gave, which one, explanation, which meaning that, give you, that really trust you.
I mean, I want to say that now the meaning of begging is something like you don't deserve to have it.
Okay.
For example, I have money, but you don't have money, and then you can't cause on me just to ask me money. That's begging. You know what I'm saying? But you asking me, but if I don't want to give you, but you push me just to give you, yeah, that's begging.
Okay. All right. Miss Elizabeth, you can say anything? You can say anything?
Maybe someone are missing something,
Okay.
that need help.
He needs help. When he miss something, he needs help. So the difference between when begging is like when you lack of something, and you suppose that anybody that you see passing have somebody that you lack or you missed. So you going to him, asking him, but by insisting, you insist, So that begging. How do you find it? Is it normal? Is it right for people, to ask something and insisting you are against of that or your protocol?
Sometimes it is normal.
It is normal.
Yeah. It is normal.
It is normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
Difference between to beg and to ask, it's almost the same. I can say, almost the same, because it's just to request the help. I can say, yeah. I mean, to ask also is the same thing. I can say, it's not the reason, the difference between beg and to ask. It's almost the same. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Romney, you would like to respond?
So there is the biggest difference. Even to translate in French, you can see that. Ask and beg. When we said there is one man who was examining the corridor of the church, and Peter came here to say, no, I don't have anything to give you, but what I have, this is in the Bible, right? But what I have, I'm going to give you. Stand and take this thing, wake up. I give you by the weight of God. This is what it said. It means the man didn't come here in the view of asking, by begging. It means what the man is done is this thing become like his job. Begging is not ask. Ask, it means you can ask because in this moment you miss anything. But begging, it means it's become like your job. As usual, you have to ask by insisting till that you're going to get what is thing. Please.
We need a definition. We need a definition, right? We need a definition.
Joe, what are you
So basically, we need definition. So before going deep, you better tell me the definition. That's what we need.
Joe Biden, just get down.
It's Joe Biden. Okay. Listen to me. I'd like to say this. Begging and ask is different. Ask, for example, I come here to Easter. I ask Easter, for example, Easter, give me a pen. It doesn't mean as usual, every day I'm going to repeat something, Easter, give me a pen. It means by occasionally, I didn't prepare them, it's come this abruptly, maybe I miss 5,000 to pay academic fees that I ask, please, can you give me? It doesn't mean each time I'm going to come to Easter, Easter, give me 5,000 to pay the academic fees. But begging, it means I don't have any kind of vision. When I wake up in the morning, I say, today I'm coming to be in corridor in one. So you say the difference. The leader didn't ask you the question.
They ask yourself your question, then you ask for yourself.
Oh, the leader asked the difference between ask and begging.
Calm down. I'm going to the floor.
It's not what you said. It's not what you said.
Oh, it's what he said.
It's not what you said.
It's what he said.
It's not what you said. It's not what you said.
Leader, please. What did you say? You didn't say. What is the difference between begging and ask?
Yeah, that's why we.
Begging and asking. This is what he said.
We are wanting to know. Yeah.
So the first thing is to give the definition of begging, and then the leader instead say, give me the difference between begging and asking. This is what he said. It's what I would like just to give. Asking, it means you ask by occasionally. Some circumstances of life happen, then you can ask. But begging, it means it's your job. You begging each time. You ask by.
Can you tell me the job of someone?
Begging.
Not at all.
Yeah, you're asking.
So please.
I can.
Maybe you see what the people doing here. That's where you see them coming job. No,
I don't
it's
say.
a hand. Maybe
No, I'm against. Please, leader. Let me finish.
So apart from somebody can be.
So please, giving. So let me finish. Let me finish. I don't read the brow. I don't read the brow. I don't read the brow.
You say nothing.
Let me finish my hiding.
I mean, you speak too much, but nothing. Nothing inside.
Leader,
Nothing
can I finish
we
my
need a
hiding?
solution. We need a solution.
Leader, can I finish my hiding, please?
Please wait.
So I'm down, please. I need just to speak a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to grant you. Your turn will come. And so somebody else can, bring us the light about, because till right now, begging and asking.
Okay. Thank you for the floor, Gideon. Actually, I think Ramil is right. Why?
Right. Look, we see.
Please, let me give first my point of view.
No.
Let me give first my point of view. I think you say that begging and ask are the same. I think they are not the same. Even when you go, you try to translate them in French, you see that begging means mendier, asking demander. though someone who's begging something is different than someone who is asking. I can come to you today just to ask for money, for example, today, and then I will go forever, not forever, but for a long time, and I come back later.
Almost the same.
No, but when you
Almost
beg,
the
it
same.
means that today
Almost the
I
same.
ask you, tomorrow I ask you,
Almost
and
the
it's
same.
again like a joke. Even when you go across the road, you'll see bunch of people like sitting down asking the same thing every single day. It's became like the
See.
joke. But asking
Why not to
something.
say beg? Why you say ask?
No, 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 no. Let me show you.
You
Let
say
me show
ask
you.
the something.
Oh, sorry.
You say ask the
Let me
something.
show you. Let me show you the difference. Begging is like you're asking, but in an exciting way. But asking,
excessive way.
yeah, excessively,
Thank
right?
you.
But when you
Shaka.
ask something, it doesn't mean that you do it in an excessive way. You
Okay.
do it off and
Go
on.
ahead,
But
go
when
ahead.
you're begging something, it means you're doing on and on, on and on.
Hallelujah.
There is a difference between off and on and on and on.
Yeah, Mr.
God is
Mr.
alive.
Can you know,
Against them because what they say is not really good.
It's not correct.
Because when you look with the dictionary, what I'm saying is the truth. They're begging and asking. I mean, it's just almost the same. Because you will see if you
say
go
Almost doesn't mean
You say almost.
It's like
yeah, excuse me, it's the same.
Listen.
It's the same. It's the same.
When you say almost,
It's the same. It's the same. Excuse me, it's the same. It's the same.
okay,
God,
so
when
what
you
about-
say, when you say
No,
almost,
I'm not there.
when you say,
Yeah, I'm not understand. That's why you correct me.
Alright, I want
You
you
correct
guys-
me.
leader,
I want you
when,
guys-
Not
when I
almost,
say,
but it's the same.
for
Not
example,
almost, but it's the same.
leader,
Thank you.
for example, I say Chris has got the same complexion place with his father. Chris is like his father. It doesn't mean Chris is his father. It means Chris has got some feature, but his father,
Where
Chris is not
Where
his
is
father.
that?
This is what I like just to give you. When you say almost like, almost doesn't mean
I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. Not almost, but it's the same.
How come?
Theory.
How come?
Theory.
So when I come to ask you, means I'm begging you. When I come to tell you, for example, right now, for example, I come to you and I tell you.
She got me beggar.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah.
Am I begging you?
Yeah.
You're wrong, man.
She became a beggar.
What
What
about
what?
What
When
about
you talking about I'm wrong about
What about
I'm
Chris?
wrong.
What about
The context of the words.
We
Not
totally
wrong.
out of the
But you
words.
have your phone, you have a dictionary.
Okay,
Look
think
where
about-
you will see.
God, you don't want to use dictionary even about how money can understand.
Not
Begging
wrong.
is this.
But that's what we say the shit thing, man. That's what we put out the shit thing.
You put on the shit thing.
We put out the shit thing. We put out the
Breaking
shit
them,
thing.
I like one of the
It's not the
questions
truth.
that laying
You don't
with-
use the
with-
dictionary,
with
but you
what
need
we
to
are
use your
talking
mind.
about.
That's what you say the shit thing.
Please, please, one thing,
You can find here. Look where the dictionary you will
Calm
see.
down.
Leader.
Calm down, please.
You know, Matthew
No.
7, the Bible says, the Bible didn't say begging, it
I
said
allowed-
ask.
I
What does
allowed-
it mean?
I allowed nobody
Oh,
to
okay,
speak.
even the Bible where you
I-
can understand what I mean.
Mr. Rumley,
Thank
I allowed
you.
nobody to speak. Yeah. And so, what about persons who ask who beg in the name of orphans
That's not a problem.
in a bars?
Orphanage.
Yeah.
In the name of
You know, is it normal for is it a normal situation for you or not?
Okay, as my brother say, if they do it in the right way, it's good because as we are, I suppose that everyone here is Christian, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so being Christian, the Bible requires us to help those who are in lack, right? As those who lack fathers and mothers, as they don't have someone to help them. It's normal for some people to stand for them and has money on their behalf. But if it's in the wrong way to just pick up money from people or to rip off money, to rip people of money, right? Then it will be bad and we cannot support or like, how can I say it, back up this kind of things.
All right.
Good.
Something about the question, because if we talk about begging, something like, you see, it's not that you see me in the street, you ask me money every time. That's not begging. You know, hey, that's not begging. That's asking. You know what I'm saying? But if you talk about begging, something like you see me, you ask me something. I mean, you push me to give you something. You know what I'm saying? Like money. For example, I got money. You ask me just to push. Oh man, give me money. If you don't give me money, I will die for nothing. Something. Yeah, that's pushing. That's begging.
All right.
Yeah, that's.
All right. Two guys among us that just came, and I want them to introduce themselves and tell us how any break news that you can get. It will be important for you, for us to hear from you.
Well, first of all, I wanna I say please for my coming late. Okay, so my name is Emmanuel Maki.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm from
And
Beaumarchais.
then
Mikey, like a egg.
Yeah,
Huh?
eggs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eggs.
People used to call me Leaky, you know.
Leaky.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm from Beaumarchais. I have nothing special, really. Yeah, nothing special. Just the new about Messi. Yeah, he ran out about his
Barcelona.
Yeah,
You are sad
Barcelona.
from that?
Yeah, I'm a Barcelona. Yeah,
Barcelona fan.
Barcelona fan,
So
yeah.
you are sad.
A bit side. Yeah.
You agree with that or not?
I think that I agree with him. Yeah,
You agree with him?
yeah.
To
leave,
Yeah, to leave Barcelona. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you agree with that?
Yeah.
So what pushed you to agree with that? Because everybody that support Barcelona or support Messi is called.
Yeah, that's true, but you know,
lacking Messi in his team is it means it gonna cost his.
some supporting a team is not just supporting a
player.
Someone, yeah, player. For me, supporting a team is supporting all players inside. Yeah. So even though Messi going out is not a big problem. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Okay,
think
thank
that's
you.
yeah.
Mr.
Asler.
Mr. Asler.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. What your week was?
Like my week was
How your week was? Yeah.
my week was so blessed, I can say. So I made something very important in my life, and that's all.
You made something very
Very
important.
important. But
very
the things that I made
The
is so
only
private.
thing which is important in life
Yeah, the
is
things that I
baby.
made is so private.
Okay,
Yes.
The only thing which is important in life is baby. Meeting baby. That's
According to you, man.
All right. What here we are discussing. You live in town. You see what's going on in our town. Beggars are everywhere you go. You're gonna find beggars. So how that is it suits you to face beggars in your road or in your way? Does it suit you to every time when you are going out to face or to meet any beggars in your way?
And I can say that. No, I can say that. What can I say? I'm behind the scene. I know that, and I know what can I say? What the phenomenon exactly? What's happening? This kind of topic, but I think that I'll be back. Yes, I'll be back.
Okay, all right.
En French, I can say if they work in right way, as Esther said, I think she's not right. I have to against her, cause when you decide yourself to build, to put up the orphanage in view of helping others, helping someone and so on. Don't wait from other help. For instance, I built my orphanage in view of helping others, Congolese and so on, and I will get job to beg for them, passing house by house in the market, begging so that we have the orphanage, we have to help them. That is no good. I have to be first of all waiting to frame them, to feed them with my possibility, and then when others will see that I'm helping them by putting, for instance, the ONG, they can come me back in help. That is no bad. And to flash back about the difference between asking and begging, it means when you make as a profession for you to ask, that you are a beggar, you are doing the begging. So when if that is not your profession, I can say you are not obliged to asking every day in the market, at church, and so on, in the street. You are not a beggar. There is a difference between begging and asking. When I ask you today, without doing that every day as my profession, that is not a begging. When I ask every day, I have to ask. When you give me something, so that instead of to organize my life with what I get to you, then to sell something, but I prefer just to ask every day, even though they give me I use it and I continue to ask. That means I'm a burger. And about the orphan, they must have the possibility to feed themselves. Those who miss the position without asking for them into the market, someone in the street, in the hospital, and so on. If you build the ONG so that you can ask for them, that is not in the right way.
So it means you're teaching people that going to ask her for the orphans is not really good, because I feel like it's also the government, a government, how can I say, is a government who can, help this orphanage, to feed these orphans. So Miss Arthur, you want to say something?
You'll see every orphanage, they have like a bank account in which people across the world are putting money inside in a view of helping children, like orphans. What am I meaning? I mean, when you build an orphanage, yes, of course, you're supposed to have money for feeding kids and others, but it's very important, like, what would I say? Yes, you have money, okay? You have money to feed them, but it doesn't mean that from the beginning to the end you will be the same to feed them. You will be unable to do it. That's why they are asking other people to help them. First of all, if you have something to feed them, okay, go forward, move forward. You're going to do it. But if you think that what I have is not enough to keep until maybe for 2 years or 3 years, then you can ask people to help you, right? Okay. Because you cannot say that those who have orphanage across the world, they don't need other people's help. Never. You'll see even billionaires, they just have their accounts in which other people across the world are putting money inside in a view of helping children and others.
Right.
Yes, that's why I say if you do it in the right way, for example, you have your money, but you think that this money is not enough to feed these kids, then you ask for other people to help you. This is normal. But if you create your orphanage, you don't have anything, right? But you create it for waiting for other people to help you. This is what I'm condemning, right? This is what I say, creating an orphanage in the wrong way. You create it. You just create it, but you don't have anything consistent to feed the kids who are inside. This is bad. But if you have something, but you think that the money that I have is not enough to feed kids and others, then you can engage people to go across the road and wherever to ask for money in a view of helping this child. This is not bad.
Yeah, this is your main workout. And I want to make some. You understand her?
Yes,
you understand
I
her?
understand
So would you like to respond?
So yes, of course. I was when you build so that you can wait at the end because your possibility is not enough. That means you make it in the wrong way, in the bad way. It means it is interesting to have the possibility by putting, for instance, the ONG, and when others will see that you are doing a great job, you are helping others. Let's talk about the Needs Nakiro Foundation. Herself has the possibility, and others can come to go with her in these services. With the foundation of Mama Olive Lembe, herself has the possibility, even though you don't come, she will know how to feed, how to help others. If I decide myself today to build the ONG in view of putting up the orphan, that is not good.
Yes.
I have to have the possibility to feed them for myself. And when you prefer to go with me together so that we can work, that is not bad. But sending others into the market, for having some possibility in view of feeding them, I think that is not correct.
Okay, Mr. Blessing, can you have some argument?
I have a question for him. I don't know if you can.
You have a question?
A question for
okay,
him.
go ahead.
Because this kind of question that I like you to ask is that she said something really important.
Okay.
By saying that if you don't have any means, it means some people that can be the markers in the view of asking, right? But he tried to give one example like Mama Denise, Mama Olive. If we see exactly Mama Denise, when she wasn't the wife of the president, she didn't create this NGO. I don't know if you've got a great memory, you can imagine what I say. He didn't create that. So when he came to Top Congo, they asked her this kind of question: why you didn't create when you didn't have you were not exactly the wife of the president? She tried to give some many kind of examples. You see, for Mama Denise is known because she is the president. He's the wife of the president. How about others? They've got a great heart to help others, but they don't have any means. You means they can send people to ask at the market? That you like to ask for her this kind of question.
Okay, great question. You know, that is a good example. When she hadn't the possibility, but before, she didn't create the NGO. She didn't make it. But now, she feels as she is able. She has the possibility to feed the orphanage. Then she put out the orphanage. That is not bad. I'm supporting this way of being. It means when you feel that you are able, you build. Don't disturb others by putting the NGO yourself and starting to ask for them into the market. That is not good. As I'm here, when I will feel that I'm able to put out the NGO, I can build it for helping others. When I don't have enough about possibility, why not to become a partner? You are myself. You don't ask me. I recognize that that is the NGO for helping the orphanage, for helping the orphan and so on. Myself, I bring the staff. Why not money in fear of going with you together?
Okay, thank you, Mr.
The orphanage is generally financed by ONG and church, but in our country we have a problem. The orphanage is abandoned. Abandoned.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Oh, you understand?
It doesn't mean that if you you can't just help if you are rich or if you have something with richness. No, it's just the fact of having a good heart, having a worry of someone. You know what it means? Maybe other people you can be rich, having the richness, having a lot of building, a lot of great sale, a lot of home and business and so on. But if I've got this kind of, what can I do? I can't be rich, but I can just be normal people who work, people who work with me, people who just have some level in their life. But the living cost, mostly in DRC, the living cost is very tough, very difficult, very, very difficult. If someone asks me, if I have just something, but I can give him. It doesn't mean just the fact of creating an orphanage, you must be rich. But before creating the orphanage, you must be rich. If you are poor, or if you are in the middle, you can't create an orphanage. No.
So it means even if you're average, you have some possibility, so you're supposed to create some
Yes, if you've got that capacity, you have this kind of responsibility. But you can help. You can create the orphanage. Maybe after, and you can cry out about our governor just to help you so that to cure the orphanage.
Okay, Mr. Rima, talk is not only up to a rich person or the rich person to create the orphanage. So what do you think about it?
They say, because when you have something, just a little thing, you can even create something for helping someone, even somebody. But before helping, you must be right that you have something in your pocket. Yeah. We cannot try to do things like.
You mean is up to rich to making orphanage? It depends. Even every
it depends. For me, it depends. But first of all, you have to know that you have something in your pocket. Yeah. Okay. But I want to also add something about asking and begging. Okay. Yeah. A definition just. Yeah. For me, asking is not a big problem. Okay. But we beg. The fact of begging pass by the way of asking. You know, if you every day, every time you wanna just try to ask something, every time asking something for a man, even for a person, it can be very tough for him, you know. So in this way, I agree also. My miss here, I don't know her name.
Esther.
Yeah, thank you. I agree her also. Yeah.
Okay.
So begging is not a problem, but it is a problem if you try to do it every time. You know, even in love, we almost trying begging even our girlfriends, our
Begging?
yeah. We begging to her, yeah. That's true.
Okay.
Begging love, you know.
I feel like this.
Yeah.
Let him there's some difference. To beg.
Yeah, it can have many sense, many meanings, okay? But I wanna talk about two things here.
Where do you crack up? You see it?
But that's true, you know.
You love
as we are boys, you know, boys, we almost trying to beg
Expressing your maybe against what Emmanuel just said, maybe Mr.
What Slay said that now.
Yeah.
Just I want to say, just if you want to create this orphanage, you must have much money, because if you have something's not is nothing. You have to have much money in pocket, and then you can create it. But if you want to just create it just for cigarettes, create it, it's not cool. Because most of the time you will send people to the market to ask money, something like that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? But if the people that know that no, you have much money, you will not ask. The people can come close to you with a right, something like this, to give you money. But to create orphanage is not easy. But if you have just much money, you create it. But if you have just something, that's not you cannot create it, because you will suffer. Yeah. But you will just oblige to send the people to the market. Oh, go to hell, you ask man, because the child, they are so starving, something like this. It's not cool.
Can I react?
Yes, you can.
No, I can say that. I think people that mean that you must have a lot of money, no. But you must have a money. Not a lot of money, but you must have a money. No, that is just the fact of having love. That's all.
If you want to help someone, be rich.
Okay. If you want to help someone.
But to start with your sing song from.
Okay.
Okay.
To start with what?
Sing song from. Yeah.
I understand.
And help someone who are begging. When can I say this word? Begging. It's not. You don't need to be rich, but a good heart.
Okay.
That's all.
Is having good heart.
I emphasize about what they're saying this. Help someone is not a problem, but not always. Yeah. Come back what Asle was saying, just to help someone doesn't mean you better be rich, you better, it doesn't mean also you can roll in the money. No. Create the orphanage, it means that you better have a lot of money, guy. You better help the people on own effort, not behind someone. No, you better be rich, you better roll in the money, because when you try to create this thing, it's not just to ask another person to help you and then to engage the people, like such as we see prison. I mean, they engage the people for paying them the hand of the month. That's not orphanage, right? Because if you try to pay the people the end of the month, how could you help the people who's fatherless? It doesn't make sense, right? Because if you need to help the people who is fatherless, don't engage the other people to ask the money for you. Yes. You better pay them on own effort, on own money. Because if you try not to ask, I mean, cross of the road and stuff like that, it doesn't mean is not to help the people who's fatherless. No, it's for your own money. Yeah, they ask for you. It's not for the people.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I have some. What do you do once face of offering? Somebody that engaged the begging for offense. What do you do?
What I can say is like they in DRC, we we miss a lot of things here at DRC. They think that because they know that every single person, they have a good heart, they're gonna help me. Because if I try to create my business, they will come to help me. Yeah, that's why they do it, because we don't have a job. That's the problem that we have in DRC. You can get up that thing, that's the money like that. Since I've been finished by my study, I don't have a job, stuff like that. I can create something, who can produce a lot of money for me. That's what they're trying to do it. Because if you are a guy, you better understand, don't do the thing as someone who had in the class. Yeah, because you start, right? You can see. Because the thing that they doing is not in good way, in the bad way, guy. Yeah, that's the big problem we have.
Okay, thank you. So, I want to grant also somebody else can.
Okay, thank you, leader. I want you to say something. What can I say?
Or is something? Say.
Yes, something. Yeah, something. Okay. One of my brothers said that if you wanna help someone, you must be rich. Okay, really, the orphanage, you must be rich. You must have a lot
No,
of
guy,
money.
you misunderstood. You didn't figure out well. I didn't say that to help someone is good, but this phenomenon that we go through, the people they ask money disorder is not for orphanage, for themselves. That's the problem.
Okay, thank you. That was clear.
No, maybe you put your head in the house or at home, but they miss home. They are homeless. Some people, they are homeless.
No more intervention, please.
Let me go ahead. They are homeless sometimes. They are poor, homeless, and miss clothes. But if I've got some money, I create an orphanage for them. Just for put the head inside of the home.
God,
but what's happening?
Listen, I met someone
Mr. Joe,
just to run university.
Mr. Joe,
No, help these people.
University.
Help these
Mr. Joe,
I give him.
Mr. Joe.
He asked it to me, man. I gave him, but when I'm trying just to made up my face. I turn back again, ask him to ask me again.
I'm not a rich man. I'm not a rich man. I help them come have. I've got just a good house. That's all, man.
Guy, can't you fence there? I am
Helping
with you
doesn't
now.
no.
Ask me money now on the spot. I made up my face. Just I come to you again. You ask me again, man, guy.
Yeah.
Can't you think that?
That is the great thing in
No,
Congo.
that's the problem.
That's what I'm talking about.
The problem is what? I don't have a lot of money, but I've got a money. I have them for my own money, and sometimes, like I'm not a rich man, but like I said,
I have you now, guy.
Do you understand what he said?
Guy, please listen to what I'm saying. I have a good height. I help you now. But I try just to go just even to take something. But when I will come back again, I see you just the same clothes. You ask me again, man, guy. Can't you yourself imagine just it's normal?
no, for me it's not normal.
Yeah, that's the big problem that we have here in DRC.
I think that is no. You and I, you are not in the same way. You're not in the same way.
The problem is that you
You are not in the same way. You are in the same bench.
Yes, you're not in the same way. Yes, I understand you.
The big problem that the topic is begging phenomenon in DRC. It means what? The problem that we go for now, the people they asking money in disorder. It means what? You finish your study maybe as I met some university. Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. I met some university. You ask me money for paying transportation. I gave you money. Yeah, when I give you, I try to turn around. When I come back again, I meet you again. You ask me again, man. That's the problem. That's what we're talking about.
You gotta listen that our living cost is so tough.
You ask me, man. What a good is to ask another person? Yeah. Because I gave you what you need. What you need to pay your transportation, I give you.
If you don't like,
okay, thank you guys.
If you don't like, you better refuse directly.
You ask him again, man.
Okay,
man. If you don't like, you better refuse directly.
All right. All right, guys.
You don't understand.
All right, guys. We are going to understand even after the class. We're going to talk about it and
After the class, we're going to go at home.
No, not outside here.
Find solution for them. They are speaking much, but they ain't find solution. So you know this problem.
Then you think what you're going to say, you're going to give solution.
I have to find solution for them because Aslan is speaking, Joe speaking, but they ain't find solution.
So
reason why we have to wait all help from him. It's me what? When I feel able to find solution to build, to put up the orphanage, for instance, I have to feel able. No, I don't have any possibility. I don't have any possibility, and I put up the orphanage so that I can try to beg for them to send order into the market in view of begging money for them. That is not correct. When we don't need to be rich, of course, a rich man for building the orphanage. We don't need that. We need just to have the position in view of building the orphanage for them. When you don't feel able, don't do that. Go even after all month to make the gift into the NGO, into the orphanage. You make the gift, that is correct, instead of to build that and starting to beg for them. That is not good, because our God is our helper, and it doesn't. It doesn't relate.
I thought you can bring a solution, but I mean,
It doesn't.
I'm amazed when I say that it's solution, but say nothing special.
You didn't hear any solution.
I didn't hear any.
This is to put the oil in the fire.
I'm against.
I need the owner.
Who gave you the floor, Mr. Joe? Mr. Joe, you are
Explain that again. What are you exactly talking? Because I mean, we turn around.
Yes, normally,
That's the problem.
but it's not about orphanage only. It's about
Yeah,
it's including
every single
everything.
person that we
But
say
it's not
is
we're just
good.
talking about orphanage.
So, leader, can you protect me?
Yes,
I do protect you.
Thank you. I feel protected.
But I refuse this protection.
Easter, you know what is the problem? I'm not against those who are building the orphanage for others. It's good. I support that. But you have to feel able. You have to have the possibility. Don't do that and continue to ask money for them, cause it means that you are not knowing what you have to do, because you are not able, and you do that just for the feeling. Normally, when I decide myself to build the orphanage, it means I feel able to do that. And
Something very important.
Again, I rise up against those who can build, can make the orphanage, and continue to send people into the market.
God, leader, it's taking a lot of time. I'm speaking. Boom pam.
Okay. I just want to be short because normally I didn't understand how we just start to turn around orphanage instead of talking about begging in general. And so as I'm a little bit troubled, but if I must speak in short, I'll just say begging phenomenon is bad. Okay, begging, waiting for others people, time and time again, do it in the wrong way is bad. Because when they give you something, we suppose that with the money you can create a business with it, right? Instead of saying just in the same place you have 2 hands, 2 feet to work, but you just stay there to wait for others people help. This is not good. But if you ask for the first time, right, they give you something, because there are people who give other people huge amount of money. You can see someone come and give you, for example, $1,000, but you'll see tomorrow that person will come back at the same place and start to ask again. This is bad. When you ask for help, okay, people helps you, take this money and try to create, for example, a business in order to not stay there and begging again and again, right? Yeah, this is my point of view.
Is the government that there in a town we have now so much beggars?
Say it's laziness, because inside those who are begging, there are some of them, right, who use this money for creating a business, but unfortunately those people are very short. Most of them are lazy. Most of them are lazy because they don't want to move forward. They just stay at the same place. Even when they give them huge amount of money, instead of creating business or something like this, they don't do it because they're expecting that tomorrow people will give me the same thing and I won't work, right? I won't go somewhere to work. I will just stay here to beg, and they're going to feed me, and it will be like this till the end. And this is the thing that I'm condemning. But if you are there, you ask something for creating your own business, yeah, this is not laziness. This is asking for a help, to have like a step.
This is the fact of being courage.
Yes.
All right.
In a view of creating your own future, right?
You are right.
Yes.
To hear that way, and I want you to be short by giving any intervention and also your conclusion time.
Leadership or our government. And the problem starts up and goes down. If our statesmanship has a good heart, have a good volition or good will to, what can I say, to create a lot of jobs, to create a lot of some preoccupations just to tell someone or miss a job or to miss something to our country. The problem starts up. And before we judge the beggars or before judging the begging phenomenon, you're gonna just start what makes this situation, what makes this phenomenon just to come in our country or to come instantly in the town.
Right.
The living cost is so hard, difficult, very tough. If you don't have money, you don't have a job, you are homeless. What can I do? Just asking, just begging. I can say. Don't what can I say? No, so I don't judge normally the people who beg on the road. No, I don't judge them. I don't judge them. Maybe I can say that as as Gary said that that's also yes, Miss
Easter.
Okay. Not Easter. We are not Miss Easter. Easter. Okay.
The Bible is Easter.
They are. What can I say? They are lazy, or it's just the laziness. Yes, maybe the laziness, but maybe you gotta just start or understand their situation and them understanding what makes them do this kind of things. Yes. Our job, our country, we are in the poor country, and the living cost is so tough, very difficult, very hard. If you don't have a job, you don't have something or someone who can just support you, who can give you something so that you create your own business, and no one. If you are no one, no man who can help you, what can I do now? Just beg on the road, and that's all.
Okay, Miss Blessing.
Not bad, because the orphanage is not have the finest.
Yes.
And,
Okay, so that way you talked about orphanage, begging in general, sense.
begging
Is not bad. It is not bad. It's bad. So what do you specifically wanna do? What wanna say, please?
is bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
When you send every day, but it's not bad when you send just for
Just for a minute, for a moment. Okay, thank you.
Begging in general is bad. Yeah, it truly is bad. When a person trying to beg is, it shows that something is wrong. Yeah, inside there. So I can say also the problem is the problem of our government.
Okay.
Because
Everything government.
yeah. For any
This country.
this fact of begging, jobs can really fix this, or set up this problem. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Kesapo.
Mr. Derrick, because I want to say this. How? It's right, Yeah, it's right. Because
Okay, what is
I
the
want.
problem? Go on.
I want to say this. How come you want to create something, but you create something, but you are not able to manage the thing that you created.
What kind of
It's
thing?
impossible.
What kind of thing?
Yeah, bro.
It's really
orphanage.
You
We're
asked me a
talking
question.
about begging in general. You can only orphanage.
It's
It's about
not only
everything.
orphanage. I want you.
In general.
I want you to talk about begging in general sense. In general sense, begging.
As the water say is really important. We don't talk about orphanage here, but we talk about begging in health norms that we already found in the person. Begging can be someone his health mistransportation can give him. Begging can be even the church. Sometimes we see some pastor, the first one.
Yeah, but I
that-
feel like we try to include orphanage because it's something linked with the begging situation.
Yeah, you're right, but I mean, a lot of people that really just very focused about orphanage in view of trying to, to explain the integrality, sorry, about begging phenomenon. So for begging phenomenon, we can find it on orphanage.
Okay.
We can find it on fast pastors, they inside of the church, on side of the bus, they preaching us the word of God, but it's not really the word of God. They are not Christian. They say just it's not any way that I'm going just to be in there and they say no. If you've already understood the word of God can give us something, please give me. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to prophesy for our lives. No, what I can say about begging phenomenon, I said if we talk about orphanage, I can say we must have the responsibility. As some people they say here, we don't need to have a lot of money for helping others because they're homeless, they miss parents, they miss some people. I got the great heart to help them. Maybe I can create anything in view of helping them. When I create everything in view of helping them, it doesn't mean really I have to have enough money. Like Derek Tret insists, you have to have this. If you don't have it, stop it. No, God pushed me about a mission to help others. I'm going to help them about what I have. If I don't have anything, I'm going to ask some helpers of others. That is exactly how sad till they give me to feed them. It doesn't mean I can create orphanage or to beg in the view of my belly must be full or to help my family. Is exactly the mission I've got for others that miss parents and miss even to put this bread of 200 Congolese francs in their mouth. That I'm going to help them. That is my conclusion.
So begging phenomenon is.
So begging phenomenon is, as we hear, if you decide just your life must be done, each yourself, is when I try just to do anything with his to be responsibility, it means we got responsibility. Everybody has got any way of thinking to create anything. When you try to beg, it means you got 2 feet. I mean, you got 2 hands, you got 2 arms, you're going to have, you're going to see. If I'm trying to see you, I'm going just to put some video here in my phone. You can see some people that miss this, that miss that, that miss even some, that miss some arms, some feet to work. Okay. But they do great thing in life. Why not you? Begging phenomenon is just laziness for how people. There are some people, one father in Gombe Township, if you meet him, he say, today I need to eat a meat. Give me a meat, please. I need you to eat the meat with the biggest thing. This kind of way is bad. It's our responsibility. We see this kind of way because people don't see just the government. We don't have job. God, we have job. So we have job. Yourself try to create anything. People try to create any big thing by saying, no, it's the fault of the government. Everything is not about the government. Yourself have the responsibility to do this thing. If today you ask me, I give you. Tomorrow you ask me, I give you. It doesn't mean I can finish all kind of suffering that you have in your life. Have the responsibility to go ahead, that will be better for your life.